Also, if you're wondering, I have also reconstructed my 38.9 5x5 European record single, sort of like a reconstruction video that I did for this. I'll edit it and hopefully have it uploaded on my channel within the week, hopefully. Oops. Anyway, let's just pretend that that didn't happen. As always, Scramble is down in the description along with a recon on alg.cubing.net of the entire solve. This was the 38.96 5x5 European record, first Yao sub 40, first European sub 40, and fastest solve of Worlds 2019. So it was a green center. I'm only green-blue at the moment, so blue there wasn't really anything. So green's pretty obvious because you got 4 bars, 4 2x1s. So I decided to pair this up with this one, and then I was going to insert this here to create a 2x3, like this. And then the last bar is right here, like that. So that's how I've done the first center. Blue, there's not really a whole lot there to go by, so I just decided to do 2x1 with this here. I rotated and created a 1x3 along the middle. Then I noticed this 2x1, so I decided to pair it up with here. And then insert creating the 2x3. And then there's also another 2x1 here, so just rotated, created the 1x3, and finished off this first 2 centers. Green and orange was my first cross edge, so one of them is right here, the other is here. So I paired those 2 outer ones first, like this, and then I rotated like this, and now the last one is here. So I brought that into the middle slice, sliced it across to create the cross edge, and then inserted it in like this. Now the green and yellow was what I went for next, so one was here, the other's here. So obviously I have to bring both into the M slice, so I brought this one in first, and then this one. And then I paired those 2 up. And then I noticed the last one was actually right here, so all I needed to do was an M2. And to insert this belongs here, because the green and orange is right here. So to insert this, I done that. Next was going to be the green and white, so here's 2 right here. So to pair those up, like this. Last one was a little bit awkward, here it was right here. But basically how I decided to execute this was like this. And that's how I paired up and finished my first 3 cross edges. I decided to go for the yellow center first, because there's a pretty easy bar here, and also the second bar will be pretty easy. But basically, to start off, I think I done... Sorry, I just needed to double check there. But to start off, I just done this. And then I just sort of realigned this one here. So obviously I need to make sure I don't mess up my cross edges. And I decided to use this centerpiece at the back to create a 1x3 here. And then just create the 2x3 with the yellow. Then I put the 2x3 in the back, like this, and these are the last 3 cross pieces I need here. So I paired these 2 up, like this, and then to insert this piece, to pair it up with the 1x3 and insert it into the back, it was just that. And that's all the first center. Orange was next, so I decided to create a 2x2 with this 2x1 and that 2x1, like so. And then I also noticed another 2x1 here. This was pretty difficult to execute, or at least very awkward to execute, but the way I done it was like that. And then I obviously need to pair up my last orange cross edge, or my last orange center bar. So I decided to put this one here, like this. So that created a 2x1. Then the last one needs to go right here. So I just done that. And then I finished the orange center. The last two centers, I was sort of rushing it, but I done something that was pretty stupid. So there's loads of different options, loads of different good options for the last two centers. White looks particularly good, but for some reason I decided to do a 1x3 on red here, like this. I don't know why, but then I decided to create a 2x3 on red with this 2x1 and this center right here, like this. And then to finish off my last bar, it was just paired up like so, and then finish the centers. So I finished that at I think just about sub 20, but for my last cross edge I finished at around 20 or 21, but it's sort of easy because you got this green and red paired up already, and it's just this center edge left. So to do this, I just brought it into the middle layer, M2 to pair it up, and then I done a 4-move trigger to put it into the cross without messing up the centers. So the first edge I went for was blue and orange. So there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. So I just put this into the E-slice here, and then I sliced over. My next was going to be blue and red. So there's one right here and one right here. And then the last one is right here. So if I just sledge this in, then I can just bring this across and bring that across. So I was pretty lucky. Then it was going to be the red and white. So again, pretty lucky it's already a 2x1 paired up, and the last one is right here. So all I have to do is take the blue and red edge out by sledging it again, and then bringing it across like so. My last edge was going to be yellow and orange. So here's one right here, and obviously these two are paired up, but they're not correctly orientated with each other. So I brought this one into the E-slice, and then I paired this one up with this one here, and then I flipped this, and then I brought this across to pair that last edge up. And what I done here, so obviously I took this out, replaced it there with the last unsolved edge, brought that across, and then I realized as I was realigning my centers, I realized that this was going to be paired up, so I decided to flip it just to preserve it. And then when I finished realigning my centers, this edge was completely solved. So that was one of my last 4 edges, which was pretty lucky. And then going into last 3 edges, which is one of the 2 luckiest parts of the solve. It was literally just, I rotated like so. I noticed if I didn't notice this, but I noticed to solve this edge with this one, it was just M, U2, M prime, U2. And then I was going to go into my last 2 edges, but they're already solved because that was lucky. So this is the part where I start freaking out. Now you'd think the logical thing to do would be to do this green, white and red pair, because it's just a 3-move trigger. But I decided to go for the green, white and orange for whatever reason. So I set it up like this, rotate, insert. Now here, again the logical thing to do would be to solve this green, orange and yellow, because that wouldn't leave you with a diag F2L case. But of course I decided to go for a diag F2L case, so I do the green, red and yellow. So here's the edge here. So I pair it up like this, rotate and insert. Now I decided to go for the green, yellow and orange now. And then, so I pair it up, well I don't pair it up, but I bring it over here to the empty slot. And I set it up there, just for a 3-move trigger, into the back. And now my last F2L case is this green, white and red. So to pair this up, I done this, for whatever reason. And then I sledged it. And then that left me with this TOLL case. Now instead of just doing this and going into a U-perm, I noticed the bar along the cross here, and also this corner piece right here. And I noticed if I do the OLL case like this, it would be a PLL skip and then a UAUF. So overall it was quite, well, it was a really lucky solve. Like, not just some of the edge cases that I had in the middle there, but also obviously the last 3 edges and the PLL skip were particularly nice. It was probably on course for a fairly average solve. If I didn't get those 2 pieces of luck, it probably would have been a 45 or a 46. But obviously those 2 pieces of luck probably saved me about 6 or 7 seconds at least, I'd say. But yeah, sorry that this is really late. I just finished my semester today, which is why I thought I would have a bit more time and hopefully get this video out soon enough. If you thought of anything interesting that you saw in the solve, or if there was something in the solve that you didn't quite understand or that I sort of just rushed through, then please leave the question down in the comments and I'm sure I can answer it. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.